take a slow, intentional breath with me before we begin. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing in the quiet space around you. Hold it for just a soft moment. Now, exhale with a soft, long sigh, letting the air settle the heavy traffic around your thoughts. This moment is where your understanding transforms into pure compassion. This is where you begin to see that your anxiety is not a permanent personality flaw, but a deeply ingrained pattern. And patterns can be softened. Patterns can be beautifully rewired. Patterns can change with gentle, patient repetition. To truly understand the anxiety you experience, we must look at what is happening inside your mind and body with absolute clarity, not as a harsh label, but with deep compassion. Anxiety always begins quietly, long before you even recognize its physical presence. It often starts as a tiny whisper in the mind, a subtle alert, a quiet readiness for something that might go wrong. Your brilliant brain, in a desperate attempt to protect you from pain, becomes much more attentive than necessary. It begins constantly scanning your environment for signs of danger, especially emotional danger. It closely watches for subtle tone shifts in a friend's voice, long pauses in text messages, microscopic facial expressions, and unspoken social rules. It tries to predict every single outcome so you can avoid heartache, embarrassment, or disappointment. This state of hyper-alertness quickly becomes a deeply rooted habit, a familiar pattern that you slip into without ever meaning to. You walk into a crowded room, and your mind immediately checks for threats before your thoughts can even settle. Not physical threats, but emotional ones. Your mind asks, who might judge me here? Who might misunderstand my intentions? Who might be secretly upset with me? Suddenly, your body reacts as though a real, physical disaster is happening, even when everything around you is perfectly calm. Your heart speeds up. Your breath becomes shallow and short. Your muscles tighten into knots, and your stomach churns with unease. These intense reactions are not dramatic exaggerations. They are strictly biological. It is your nervous system doing its job intensely. Anxiety activates the exact same evolutionary survival system that our ancient ancestors used to run from physical danger. But now, that ancient system triggers while you're simply answering daily emails, driving your car to work, or lying safely in your bed at night. Your brain sends a false alarm, and your body has no choice but to obey. This is why your anxiety feels so real. It is why your body panics even when your logical mind knows there is no danger. You are not imagining it. Your body is responding to an intense internal signal, not a real external threat. Anxiety heavily distorts the stories you tell yourself. It magnifies your smallest fears, shortens your patience, and makes the concept of uncertainty feel completely unbearable. It turns minor concerns into catastrophic possibilities. Your mind begins looping endlessly through heavy what-if thoughts. What if something goes horribly wrong? What if they are secretly mad at me? What if I fail completely? What if I disappoint the people I love? These thoughts grow louder and more aggressive the more you try to violently push them away. Anxiety is not strengthened by your fear. It is strengthened by your avoidance. Every single time you avoid a situation that triggers discomfort, your brain falsely learns that the thing you avoided must be incredibly dangerous. And slowly, bite by bite, your world becomes much smaller, You begin to choose predictable routines over beautiful possibilities. You choose isolated comfort over exploration. You choose strict control over deep human connection. You do not live this way because you want to, but because your nervous system is exhausted from trying to keep you safe. Anxiety convinces you that you are too much or that you are never enough. It turns your shield into a heavy weight. But you deserve a life where you can breathe without bracing for impact. If this reminder helped you see your thoughts more clearly today, consider subscribing. Keep this space as your gentle reminder that your world doesn't have to stay small.